Today I gonna tell you about how to solve a AC mesh analysis problem. In previous problem I have already tell you about how to solve an AC only mesh analysis problem. But today I want to tell you about how to solve an AC mesh analysis problem. There is a slight change difference between that mesh analysis problem and this AC mesh analysis problem. Here only the same procedures, but somewhat there is a slight change difference between the procedures. Okay. Here we see that here is an AC supply, but there in that mesh analysis problem we can see that voltage supply. Okay. As the previous problem, we have to same for this problem also we have to do that current directions and positive and negative terminals, naming positive and negative terminals. So okay, first see, here the current goes this direction, so I make this as I1. So by going here, at this point it was divided into two parts. Here I named this current as I2 and it goes to downwards also, so I named this as I1 minus I2. Okay, then this I2 flows over here and whereas comes to this point, so this I2 comes to here. This I1 minus I2 and I2, these two will be added. In the sense what happens here is I1 minus I2 plus this current comes over here, it's I2. So by cancelling these two we can get that I1. So I1 is going here. So I1 goes here. Which current is going from here, that should be ended with that current only. So here it's I1 goes and I1 returns. Okay, and after that we have to do one thing is we have to give the positive and negative terminals. So I have already told in the previous problem the incoming should be positive and outgoing will be negative. So as per that problem, incoming is positive, so here this current is incoming, so I make this as point positive terminal and outgoing is negative. So by this here it's positive and negative. I have made this for everything, means here we can see that capacitor and resistance, so I may have made that all things to here for this problem. So after that, finding loops, I found this this is a loop 1 and this is a loop 2. So by now we have to do loop equations. So simple, as simple as possible. It is simple that loop 1 equation, according to loop 1 equation, here it goes from negative to positive. Sorry, it is positive and negative. So whereas positive to negative, whereas I already told that where the current goes from positive to negative, I make this as negative. Whereas it goes from negative to positive, I make this as positive. So by concluding these 2 points, here it goes from positive to negative. So in the sense minus, what's the value? It's 100. So here positive to negative, in the sense minus 2, the current here is I1. So here next it's minus of, here the point is minus J5 I1, and here and comes to here, it is plus to minus, so minus J4 into I1 minus I2. By simplifying we can get this, and after doing this same situation to I2 also, loop 2. Okay, we have to do this for same loop 2 equation also. By doing these two, we get here like this. This is simple, that it is minus 2 plus J4 minus J5 and J4 over here, and these points I make these points over here also. I have made this over I1 I2 and equals to 0. Sorry, we get that 100 and 0 values, so I make this here 100 0. So by Cramer's rule we can solve this by Cramer's rule only. Whereas in that previous problem we can be simply solved that through the Cassio's with small equations, but here it is AC supply, so we have to use the Cramer's rule. So I1 equals to delta I1 by delta for finding I1, and as well as I2 for I2 delta I2 equals to delta I2 by delta. So first we have to find delta. In order to find delta, we have to make these values over here. Then by cross multiplication, we get this. And everyone have a thought how to solve this. Now I want to tell you about how to solve this in a Casio. So please concentrate over here. So first, it is in complex, so we have to fix it complex. So press mode one time and 2. So first, open bracket 9 minus, we have to type number over here 2, and we have shift eng for imaginary term, so close bracket, and plus 16 minus, here is nothing, so we make this point as 0 into shift imaginary term as I. So by pressing simply is equal to, we get that 25 as 25, and if you want to get imaginary term, the simple shift equals to, we get that imaginary term as minus 2j. Okay, I have find that delta value, and for delta I1 it is simple. Replace this I1 values, these two values, by this value. So by replacing this, I make this as 100 0, and the remaining values are same as previous. Okay, and then by cross multiplication, minus 400 minus 100 j, and by this this term becomes 0. So I have neglected this term. Okay, we get that I1 value here, and same as previous I2. For I2 also it is simple, that by leaving these points, just replace these points through over here. So by replacing, we can get that 100 0 over here, and minus 2 plus j1 and j4 as previous. So by cross multiplication we can get, so whereas by doing this cross multiplication also we can get delta I1 and delta I2. So simple, I1 equals to delta I1 by delta. We have that delta I1 value here and delta value also here, and as well as I2 equals to delta I2 by delta. So we have delta I2 and delta value. So simple by substituting, and now also I can tell you how to solve this also. It is simple as previous. Open bracket, we have to see that it is in complex mode. Okay, minus 400 minus 100 shift eng, close bracket, divided by 25 minus 2 shift eng, close bracket. So simply by pressing is equal to, we get that minus 15.8 as constant, and shift equal to, we get that imaginary term as minus 5.24. Okay, so as we have to do for this also, for I2 value also, here one thing, it is in rectangular form. So simply by changing this rectangular form into polar form, in polar form the magnitude is the required I1 value. So it is very simple to change this rectangular form into polar form. So I am using this Casio. For this purpose we have to reset our Casio first. Okay, and first we are trying to, in the sense we are making the points into polar form. So for simple, shift, we are converting this into polar form. So polar, and the required values is minus, and we have to just type these values over here, minus 15.58 comma minus 5.24. okay, by pressing simply is equal to 16.43 is the magnitude value. Okay, and at an angle we have to find it an angle also. So for at an angle is simple, that R shift plus RCL and plus tan, we get that minus 161 at an angle. So simply by doing this as same for I2 also, we get the values is I1 here and I2 value here. I already tell you that this magnitude is the required I1 values and I2 values. So by simple, here I1 equals to, the magnitude here is 16.43 is the required I1 value, and whereas I2 equals to what, 15.94 is the required value. Hope you all love this. Thank you.